covers our entry doors, and let's go down here and have a look at cabinet doors. Now, cabinet doors are very, very similar to the entry doors in that you can do a cope and stick cut or the style and rail cut just like this, but they're a little bit different, and we treat those a little bit different. Instead of using two different cutter heads, we actually go to a single cutter head set to produce the different profiles here for kitchen cabinets. And for kitchen cabinets, there's a variety of different types of cabinet doors you might make. You might make solid panel doors, or you might make raised panel doors, or you might even do a glass insert panel door. And this set allows you to go through and do each of these types of cuts by varying the different types of cutters that you use in different applications. Now, in this set, there's a 5 profile set here, so you can go through and do both the OGs and the thumbnails and traditionals and so forth like that. There's 5 different profiles that you can do. And in terms of making the different cuts, it just simply is a matter of arranging the order of the head to go through and produce both the cope and stick cuts here and the profile counter profiles for these cuts. Now, you'll see that this is a 3-piece cutter head where we've got 1, 2, 3, and each of these are numbered right on the top here. This is disc number 1, this is disc number 2, and this is part number 3 here. And it's important to pay attention to those numbering, because when you set these different individual components up to produce a specific type of door, you'll go back and refer to the instruction manual that comes with it to show you which direction and what order to place these in so you can produce the type of cut that you're doing. Now, that covers just about all the standard and the most typical tools here in the insert knife, and also the high-speed cutter head systems here for the shapers. We have a wide variety, and again, this is just a small sampling of the types of tooling that are available for shapers and for molders and things like that. For a complete listing, you can go to our website at www.lagunatools.com, or simply give us a call at 800-234-1976 and talk to one of our tooling or accessory specialists that can go through and cover the needs that you have and find the right tooling for your application. Now, stick around. We're going to cover the kitchen cabinet set, and we're going to go ahead and use the T1002 shaper, and we're going to produce a kitchen cabinet door. Now, the kitchen cabinet door set is a 3-piece cutter set, and each piece is numbered 1, 2, and 3. When you're setting up for a particular type of cut, you're going to refer to the manual that comes with it, and it'll show you the order in which to stack the cutter heads. It'll also show you if there's any spacers required for certain types of cut, and the easiest way to set it up to produce the type of joint that you're looking for. Now, we're going to do a standard raised panel door on this one, but perhaps you're doing a glass panel door and you want the back piece removed here. The kitchen cabinet set can be set up to do just that type of cut, and you'll refer to the section in the manual that shows you the cutter head orientation for that type of cut. Now, we've gone through and run all of our profile cuts on the inside here of the stiles and rails, and we've cut the rails to length here. And the next step that we have to do is to go through and cope the ends of these so they can fit right into the stiles and make a perfect joint, and then we'll step back and we'll raise the panel for the final process. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the cutter height. We're going to go through and set this according to the recommendations in the booklet, and we'll go through and do the cope cut using the sliding table. Now, we've got our cope cut done for the rails, and again, that went pretty quick. We're going to go through and assemble the frame now. And those should fit right up nice and tight, just like that. Perfect joint. Another one down on this end here. And again, normally you'll square that up and get it in clamps and do a glue up on that when the panel is ready to go, but this is pretty much ready to go. Here's our frame. Let's go ahead and get set up now. We're going to raise the panel that'll be in the center. We've already glued up a panel for the middle of this, and we'll get that ready to go. Now we've installed the panel raising cutter into the machine here and it's ready to go. And this can be set up by itself, or it can even be set up in tandem with a back cutter. We're just going to use it by itself right now to raise the panel. If you wanted to do a different profile and cut the back and set the panel back a little bit further, you can do that. We're ready to go. Let me go ahead and close the fence off here, and we'll use the crosscut table. We'll do our end grain cut first and then the long grain. There you have it. There's a beautiful, nice raised panel door here in 5 pieces. And this is done with the kitchen cabinet set and then the panel raising bit there as well. This is ready to glue up and to sand and to get a coat of finish on. Now we've done this out of paint grade poplar. Of course you can use oak or you can use maple or any of the other popular woods for doing cabinets. But it shows you just how easy you can go through and raise the panel and produce this panel here, this cabinet door, in single passes on the shaper. Now we've done this all by hand feeding, and of course if you're in a production shop that's going to be a little bit slow. We recommend you use a power feeder on your shaper, or you can use a molder to go through and produce these rails as well. If you have any questions about our shaper tooling or about our shapers or any of our other products, give us a phone call. Our toll-free number is 800-234-1976, or you can look us up on the web at www.lagunatools.com.